We're back. It's the Ron and Fez Show on 106.7 WJFK. Ron Bennington, Fez Whatley with you on a Thursday. 866-277-4969 is the toll-free phone number.
Hey, Carl. Oh, Carl, you're on the Ron and Fez Show.
How you doing, Ron and Fez? I wrote this little jingle for the Ron and Fez Show.
Okay, let's hear it.
Love to hear it.
Ron and Fezzy on the mic. Barely Staples with fool in the pipe. As I sit here in my ride, I listen to Ron and Fezzy live on WJFK all night. Every time I listen, it makes my day all right. Ron and Fez live on WJFK.
Carl, you may be the only black man in America who can't rap.
That's odd.
Well, I may not be able to rap, but I look at it this way. How can you lose when you listen to the Ron and Fez Show live on WJFK?
All right, man.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, my friend.
He's no Ruben from American Idol.
Fez, we got a
Spy report
from our buddy Black Girl. Hey, Earl, what's up?
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Sad news. June Carter Cash has passed away.
Oh. That's awful news.
Surgery.
Yeah.
Gee whiz.
What happened?
She had heart surgery and complications arose, and she never came back.
Oh, man. Johnny Cash is not going to be able to go on without her, Fezzy.
No. I mean, my goodness, who would have thought Johnny would have outlived June Carter?
Who would have thought he would have outlived anybody?
He saved his life.
Yeah, I know. He says that constantly. It's not like I've never saw him in an interview before. We got any June Carter? You know she wrote Ring of Fire? Not a lot of people know that.
Really?
Yeah.
No, we don't.
We were just playing that the other night at the 29 Diner.
Yeah.
We did a whole Johnny Cash thing. Started with Ring of Fire. Ended up with Folsom Blues. Folsom Prison Blues.
Just kept putting quarters in the machine.
And we got Johnny Cash singing Hurt.
No, we don't have that one.
Damn, I love that song. All right.
Is it true that Pharrell is back in Florida?
That's, I got a
spy report
from M. Steels. And he's always on top of everything. He's the man.
Yeah. What's nice is Pharrell is in South Florida, where there'll be no temptations.
Oh, God.
He's in Miami.
That town doesn't know what it's getting.
It's like hearing, did you hear Michael Jackson's running the nursery? It's too much. It's asking Pharrell too much.
They thought Hurricane Andrew did some devastation. Here comes Pharrell.
Is there a Pharrell pool up yet?
What do you want to do the over-under on Pharrell, Fezzy?
Let's see. The over-under, it is May. It's right in the middle of May. So let's go with, 4th of July? That's the over-under or Labor Day?
You're giving him 6 weeks?
Yeah, 6 weeks is a lot for him.
6 weeks? And by that point, he's going to have the hotels looking for him.
I forgot about the hotel.
The Fountain Blue will be chasing him down.
I don't understand, man. Now all of a sudden they're bleeding me for money. They're not bleeding you for money, Pharrell. They are asking for the money from you staying in the room this week.
For that suite that you had. And then jumped out the window into the pool to try to get away.
Billy Staples would live the same way if he had a better build.
If he was as lanky as Pharrell and could run.
Can't we give that at Casa or whatever and play a little bit of June Carter or some Johnny Cash?
Oh, God.
I don't get our producers, Fez.
I mean,
I like the cigars, but...
That was one of the funniest stories I've ever heard.
What's that?
With Pharrell, he was like... one time I asked him, I was like, why don't you... He said, what's the problem with you in hotels? He goes, I just don't pay it.
He doesn't think he has to.
He doesn't think he has to pay it.
Here's the thing, unlike a normal human being, Pharrell is one of those guys, and I've met him before. Once the money is in his pocket, he feels like it's his, and the bills are trying to steal from him.
Right.
And I've known guys like that before.
It's an inconvenience.
Yeah, and beyond.
That's their monies, nobody else's.
Yeah, now all of a sudden the car company wants it. Why? When they have so much.
Why can't they just let me have this car? That's the way it works.
Remember when he had his clothes in the office? No hotel would put him up. He just moved all his clothes into the office.
Oh, we had a big pile of suits in there.
Right.
hockey jersey.
And I literally think he slept on top of it at night. Yeah, there's a lot of hockey jerseys.
He would just nestle in there. He was nesting.
I think he'll make Labor Day.
No, never. Through a hot Florida summer, never.
How can I be shake it up?
And you know what? I'm telling you right now, if I owned a radio station, I'd be trying to hire him now.
Go ahead, because they'll be available.
And it's always great on the air. It's always perfect on the air. Thank you very much, Earl. Thanks for calling us, buddy.
Alrighty, I'll try and pop in tomorrow night, guys.
All right, we'll see you then.
Thanks for the spy report.
Fezzy, we got another spy report.
Spy report. Spy report.
Uh-oh, now we have a second. We're looking for threes. Robert Stack is dead.
Robert Stack from the Untouchables is dead. And was he Unsolved Mysteries?
Wasn't Untouchables enough where you just don't have to keep and everything in your life?
Unsolved, Untouched. Robert Stack, Unsolved Mysteries. Robert Stack dead at 84. All right, something's going on. People are dying.
Well, nobody takes one more. The celebrities die in threes is always the urban myth.
Right, so we'll have to see who the third's going to be. So right now we have, June Carter Cash, who died after complications from heart surgery. They were going to replace a heart valve. She was 73 years old, the wife of Johnny Cash. And Robert Stack dead at the age of 84. He died at his home. He was undergoing radiation treatment for prostate cancer.
So the two deaths not related, according to you.
Yeah, I don't see any any comparisons here.
Okay. Let me. I'll try to do a little radio psychic.
Radio psychic. Radio psychic.
And I'll just say who it's going to be by the first name that pops in my mind. This will be the next dead person.
Radio psychic. Radio psychic.
Fez.
Don't say Fez.
Maybe it's because I was looking at you. Well, let me try it again.
Well, look away. Look at someone else.
All right. Well, if I keep hearing your voice, then I'm going to put it there. Let me just concentrate and do a
radio psychic. Radio psychic.
The next person to die will be
radio psychic. Radio psychic.
Fez. I'm still getting Fez.
Don't get Fez. Get Fez out of there. I don't even like it when you say it out loud.
Fez is the next to die.
Why would you say that? I'm all freaked out. You know those things get me. And besides, I know who the next one's going to be.
Oh.
Radio psychic. Radio psychic.
I'll say Bill Cosby.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
that's the first name that came into my mind.
Speaking of Bill Cosby, did you watch Jerry Seinfeld on Leno last night?
No, I didn't see that.
He's literally doing Bill Cosby's act now. He's the grand old man of comedy who we missed, and he comes out and starts talking about children. And they lie. At 2 years old, they lie. And I go, it's not that I never saw Cosby before, Jerry.
Jerry Seinfeld, now that all of a sudden he's decided to start having children at age 50.
Right. He's 50.
Thinks that no one else has ever had children before.
Thank you very much. Now, you know what I was thinking when I watched this? Okay, all you've ever been is self-involved. It's not, you just had no kids before, so you were paying attention on dating. And now since you have kids, it's all about kids.
Yeah, now we're supposed to stop and pay attention to your kids' jokes.
And he was doing a lot of marriage stuff. Women do this and men do this. That's the difference between a husband and a wife.
He thinks this is a whole new world opened up to all of us.
And when he came out, the crowd leaps to their feet, and he takes it all in, and this is what he says. That's how I feel first thing in the morning when I remember that I'm me. I just start clapping. I'm that excited. And I'm thinking, all right, you're not Bob Hope, that we're all thankful for giving us 100 years of something.
He's so excited to get old now. I mean, he retired from his show and thinks that he's actually retired.
You know what kills me? Jewish guys, no matter what they look like when they're younger, they could be the ugliest guy in the world, they could be the best looking guy in the world. As they get older, they all look the same.
The faces all start to mold into one singular face.
And the face is Mr. Cotter. They all tend to look like... Look at Billy Crystal right now. He looks like Mr. Cotter. Look at Albert Brooks. He looks like Mr. Cotter. Now, years ago, you wouldn't even have said Billy Crystal and Albert Brooks look like each other. Paul Simon also looks like Gabe Kaplan, Mr. Cotter.
And the weird thing is, Gabe Kaplan, someone would have to point out Gabe Kaplan to you. Because if you only knew Mr. Cotter's face,
right,
you wouldn't realize that was the same person. You go, oh, that's Gabe Kaplan?
Right.
Because all of a sudden, he got his old man face.
Right.
Like he showed up and received it. You get in line.
But I don't know what happens with Jewish guys. It doesn't happen with the women, but the Jewish guys all tend to go for that Gabe Kaplan look.
It's a really weird thing with the hair.
Yeah.
The hair starts thinning out, so they decide to cut it down to the bone.
Right, that's a smart move, actually.
They cut it as short as they can, and they've got it combed forward,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden there's a skull cap there,
Right.
and it all starts to just meld together from the top of the head on down.
Mm-hmm. Carl Reiner.
Yes, the same face.
And then later you start to go, God, I'm looking more and more like Carl Reiner. I don't know what's going on here.
And they can't wait to get that face.
I saw Carl Reiner and Mel Brooks go out to they did this reunion of the 1,000-Year-Old Man, and neither one of them could remember who was Carl Reiner because they both looked like him.
Are you Carl or am I Carl?
Like it matters. That's what they eventually said.
And they can't wait to get old. Billy Crystal has been doing an old man act.
They like to do that gimmick.
For 20 years now, where he's getting old. And he'll talk about his aches and pains. If he goes on Letterman or Leno, he'll talk about, I'm at the point now where I have hair growing out of places I never knew I had. He always talks about his body hair.
It just occurred to me, the third celebrity to die.
Radio Psychic. Radio Psychic.
What do you got?
It will be Fez.
Quit saying that it's going to be me.
Again, and I think it's because you were standing in front of me and you were talking about something about older Jewish guys, and it popped into my mind it was going to be you.
Well, quit looking at me and letting it pop into your head, because you're scaring the hell out of me.
Would you go home now? And maybe that'll clear it for me?
No, I am not going home. I'm staying right here.
Let me ask you this. How come every time I'm on the air, you have to be here too?
Because we're in this together. We're partners.
That's the scariest thing I've ever heard. Now I know how you felt when you heard your name is dying. Because this is my purgatory.
Rude. And it doesn't matter whether it was radio or a Radio Shack. If you worked there, I'd be right there too. It doesn't matter, Ronnie. I'm sticking with you.
Why don't we do a thing where every once in a while we just do the show separately?
Why would we? It's the Ron and Fez show.
I know, but wouldn't it be fun sometimes just to break it up?
No, I'm your yang to your yin.
I don't even know what that means. I don't want
either.
I don't want your yang. That's what I'm worried about.
You're stuck with my yang. My yang is sticking to your yin. Forever, mister. Get used to it.
So the rumors are true. Chris, you're on Ron and Fez.
I got the third in your Death trilogy.
What's that?
No Redding.
Is Noel Redding big enough to be, the big famous, I remember where I was when Noel Redding died? Like, we'll all remember where we were when we found that June Carter passed away?
No, I don't think Noel Redding's going to rank as the third.
No. Maybe if he died in 1967, sure. The nation would have been shocked.
Because with Noel Redding, it was like, oh, Noel Redding died?
Yeah.
With June Carter Cash, it was, oh, June Carter Cash died. That's so sad.
And when Noel Redding died, I went, Dr. the Bay guy? I thought he was dead. And they're going, no.
Not Otis.
Yeah. Because if it was Otis, I'd have felt awful.
Yeah. Otis would have fit as the third. And with Robert Stack, you go, aw, Robert Stack's dead.
Robert Stack, excuse me. Robert Stack, 84, Fezzy.
Yeah, 84 years old.
Years young.
And still, I hope his death isn't an unsolved mystery. Would that be ironic?
You're so hung up on this unsolved mystery thing.
Those are things that used to scare the hell out of me. I couldn't watch that show. I could watch a movie, like a slasher movie, where like there's a Jason or a Freddy Krueger chasing people and killing people.
Right.
But if I watch any real life thing, anything based on true facts, I get scared. That scares the hell out of me.
Why?
I have no idea. If I know that something is real and I'm watching the reenactment, I am running under the covers. I am that scared. If anything that's true life scares the hell out of me. And one thing that gets me is when they do an artist's composite of what the suspect looks like. That scares the hell out of me.
Every time it looks like Mr. Cotter to me.
The same face. Here's that Scary Unsolved Mysteries song. And then Robert Stack had the voice to go with it.
Wait a minute, I just got a radio psychic.
Radio Psychic.
The next person to die
Radio Psychic.
will be Fez.
All right, now you've said it like 4 times now.
It popped in my head. What can I do?
It's not popping in your head. You're looking at me and you're saying my name.
You want me to start pointing?
No.
The next person to die will be Fez.
You can't point at me when I'm down here.
Maybe, you know what I'm getting this? I think we're spending too much time together.
We are not spending too much time together. If anything, we don't spend enough.
I think you should do the show one night and I should do the show another night.
Then it wouldn't be the Ron and Fez show. We have to do it together.
It's Ron or Fez show.
Nobody wants to hear the Ron or Fez show. They want to hear both of us.
Let me just leave for a while.
All right.
Just check out and see if you can handle it.
Okay, fine.
All right, Fez is doing the show for himself for the first time. Give him a call, folks. 866-277-4969. 866-277-4969. Wait a minute, I'm just getting a...
Radio Psychic.
The next person to die? Fez.
Radio Psychic.
Would you quit saying that Fez is going to be the next person to die? It hurts my feelings besides...
Show, Fez!
All right. Fine. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. 866-277-4969 is the toll-free phone number. DC local lines 202-432-1067. Robert Stack, Dad. And I was talking about the stuff that scares me. It shouldn't be scary. It's just a TV show. But what happens is when I see something that's true life like that, and I know it's based on facts, then I get scared to death, and then Ronnie keeps saying that I'm going to be the next person to die. So far we've had June Carter Cash, who's died at age 73, and we've had Robert Stack, who's dead at the age of 84. And now I'm supposed to be the next because these things always happen in 3, and we're not allowed to count Noel Redding. So if you want to call, now Ronnie's left me alone to scare me even more. 866-277-4969. It's the toll-free phone number. And DC local lines 202-432-1067. I don't know if maybe there is something to what Ronnie said about that I'm the next to die. Now I'm all scared. It makes me very nervous. You know, because you say those things enough, here's the problem. Here's the problem. When you say these things enough, they're going to come true. Ron and Fez show.
Well. Look at the little fat fag left out by himself.
What? Who's this?
This is Hank. And I've been waiting for this moment for a long time, pal. Looks like I'm going to take you down.
What do you mean, Hank?
I'm going to take you down to Chinatown.
Hank, what are you saying?
I'm saying your ass is grass and I'm a lawnmower.
Now, Hank, you know, I'm nervous enough. I've already been brought up as the third member of a death trio.
Yeah, believe me, I can see you, pal. How's everything right down Main Street?
What do you mean you could see me on Main Street?
You enjoyed yourself?
No, not really.
I'm going to be kicking your ass so hard, you'll be keeping a hat over your butt.
Why would you want to do this, Hank?
You're a dead man, Motley.
Why am I...
Man.
What did I ever do?
You heard me, asswipe. You're dead. I'm on my way.
Well, you won't be allowed entry. You're not going to get near me.
Don't worry. I can get an anti-lock. Nothing is going to keep you safe from me.
All right, now I understand you must have some sort of problem, and I don't know what it is.
You're going to be dead within another 1 minute. You've got a minute to live, Watley.
I got a minute to live. Where's Ronnie? There's a guy on the phone telling me I got a minute to live. Hank, I don't appreciate this. You know I'm nervous enough. Ronnie! Ronnie! Get Ronnie in here! Ron, what? There's this guy. Man, don't do that because there's a guy named Hank who called the show.
Yeah? Is he on now?
And yes.
Hello?
Hank?
Hello?
Hank?
Fez, stop overreacting.
There was a guy. No!
I'm going to walk down the hall and leave you alone. You're fine.
But there was a guy.
Stop it.
There was.
Do the show. You don't need me. Do the show.
But there was a guy named Hank. Why would you listen to me?
Cut it out.
Man. There's a guy named Hank who's saying I'm going to be dead in 1 minute.
Yeah.
Hank!
I see Bennington left.
How do you know?
It's gone.
I know. I'm in here by myself.
I know every move you're making, fat girl.
All right, there's no need to be rude about my weight.
I can smell your cologne from up so close.
Where are you? Where are you calling from?
I'm gonna gut you. You're my own personal Lacey Peterson.
I am not going to be anyone's Fezzy Peterson.
That's who you are, Peterson. I made a mistake, but I won't make a mistake gutting you.
You are not going to cut me. Get Ronnie back in here.
You're gonna pay.
Ronnie!
You're gonna pay.
I'm telling. Ronnie! Ronnie! That guy's back on the line!
What's going on?
That guy, Hank, go back in!
Hello, Hank? Fezzy, there's nobody on the line.
There's a guy named Hank who's threatening me. He called me fat girl, and he said he was going to gut me, and he's going to make me his own Lacey Peterson.
He called you fat girl?
Yes!
He must know you.
That isn't helping. Stay in here.
I gotta help Billy.
What do you got to help Billy with?
Billy and Rory and I are moving some stuff out into the truck.
But don't leave me alone in here. The guy named Hank. I'm telling you, he's watching and he's listening.
Did you just hear something in the hall? Anyway, I gotta go.
There's someone in the hall?
I gotta go. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Well, don't hurry.
Don't worry. Do the show. You're funny.
I know.
You sounded great.
But Hank is threatening me. I hear something. What, Hank?
It's a full moon tonight, fat girl.
Oh, all right, stop with the fat girl. And I know it's supposed to be a lunar eclipse tonight. All the crazies are out, Hank.
Well, one crazy is gonna be in your face.
You stay away from me, Hank, whoever you are.
There's an eclipse tonight. You'll be dead and you won't see it.
You better not threaten me.
That's right.
Because I'll call the police or something.
You go ahead and call him. No one's going to believe you. You're insane.
I'll tell you who'll believe me. Ronnie will believe me. Ronnie! Ronnie! Hank is back on the line. Ronnie! What? Ronnie, get in here. Quit moving boxes. Hank is on the phone, and he said that...
What? Stop. Breathe. Breathe, Fezzy.
He said this fat girl isn't going to get to see the eclipse tonight.
He said fat girl?
Yes, he called me fat girl, and he's threatening my life.
Is he on the phone now?
He's on the phone. He's watching me. He's somewhere close. Stay near me.
No, I can't. I got to go help move those boxes.
Hank, I know you're there. I know you're there, Hank.
Hey, Fez, look at that hanging from the window.
What is it?
It's a bloody hook.
Ah! June Carter Cash on Ron and Fez, dead at the age of 73 tonight.
Man, Fezzy, I'm worried about Johnny.
Yeah, Johnny, if people do go in threes, like we talked about earlier, Johnny will probably be the third. Wow. Because Johnny in bad shape himself, Johnny Cash, all kinds of sickness with him.
And a guy doesn't like to bury his wife.
Yeah.
It's a rough thing to do.
So June Carter Cash, she had surgery May 7th to replace a heart valve. She had been in a critical condition since then. She died today with Johnny Cash and her family members at her bedside. So she just really never came out of the surgery.
That's so sad.
And the weird thing, we were just talking about Johnny Cash like 2 nights ago.
We were playing all of his music
at the 29 Diner. It's very odd.
Well, I don't think we did it, if that's where you're going with this.
I don't know.
Get off that for 5 seconds.
I get creeped out.
Magic thinking.
I get creeped out. We're talking about Johnny Cash. Next thing you know, June Carter Cash is dead.
Well, we've talked about Johnny Cash before, and there were no deaths in the family.
That we know of.
Fire starters.
I don't know. I don't know anymore.
You jump into a lot of conclusions anymore. I'm worried about you.